5 seconds remaining.
So,
The Dire get a ban.
so hi guys, we are in for a game against for the game. Welcome to the streaming of Dota 2 online quarantine community cup. And today we have the first game of the day between Babu Bisleri, they call themselves as BB,
Dire's
and
ban
against
now.
Garjan China
Here's
Gandupilli.
the Radiant
So,
ban.
well, I spoke with the captain of that team, and he said it's they are from Andhra
Dire's
Pradesh and
ban
Telangana together,
now.
and in Telugu it means that on translating to English, that team name is Roaring Wildcats, but that's why they have
Here's the
the
Radiant
Garfield
ban.
picture. But apart from that, I don't think they are rolling anywhere at this moment in the table. And hope today they play well and get some points to move up the ladder in that move up the table. So coming to the bands, and I think we have one more caster with me, Sitting Bull. He did join
10
2 years back.
seconds.
He was kind of busy, so today we have him
The
with us.
Dire get a ban.
And welcome, Sitting Bull. So l- let's talk about the bands, and we'll move further ahead.
It's a
Radiant's turn to
awkward
bat.
ban for a tinker. I don't know what Babu Bisleri is gonna go for. Seeing a tinker ban, what do you? It's a weird ban. First face ban.
The KOTL and Bristleback. I have seen every game there is a ban on Bristleback, so I think he is like a big damage hero
10
and a tank
seconds.
if played right. And the
5
KOTL
seconds
ban I have
remaining.
also seen
Dire's
probably because
turn
of his
to
Willow
hit.
Wisps. And the GGP side, we see that they have banned most of the AoE ults or most
Radiant's
harassing
turn
hero
to
like
shoot.
Husker and Mars with AoE ult. And the first pick I see is Jakiro. Hello.
Jakiro, pretty standard, pushing the ideal. See how it.
So Jakiro is a pushing hero, is a good position 5, and if Ice Path and with this macro pair stacking up, it's a good damage. And I think and BB have gone for BB over here is Babu Bisleri, and BB have
10
gone for question 5
seconds.
Ancient Apparition. And if caught in his
5
ult,
seconds
the
remaining.
health regen is not there, it is going to be tough one for the AA. And the bans, so there was a Grimstroke ban, so I don't know how AA ult is going to be set up for this team. How are they planning to set the AA ult up is a big question that is to be answered. And
There was a solo killer
and hope
and it's
today.
strong roaming support. It's a mix of a team fight along with a very good you know, very good. A ganker again. The team's going opting for gankers.
So Probably they are here trying to set up a ult with Dark Willow, and Spirit Breaker is going as a position 4 is a good ganker. So probably mid you cannot pick
10
any
seconds.
squishy heroes like Zeus or Sniper. Zeus can also
5
manage to
seconds
survive against
remaining.
Spirit Breaker, but Sniper is a really tough or a bad choice of pick uh, for the Radiant.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Now we've seen the bans. They are banning Ember Spirit. Probably they don't want Ember Spirit mid, and I think BB does have the player to play Ember Spirit. And then we are waiting for the ban from
10
the Radiant
seconds
side.
left by Mike. 10 seconds.
So we see
5 seconds
Templar
remaining.
band. Templar is a really good hero. Just now I was playing with the Templar, and Templar could deal a lot of damage. And they have gone for a position 3 Timber Saw. Timber Saw is a decent pick with his stacks on his live arm with of his armor. He gets the health
Radiant's
regen
turn
and
to
he gets
pick.
more armor as well.
Wind Ranger
So
at your
taking him down
service.
it's gonna be tough. And they have gone for a Wind Ranger. I don't know Wind Ranger as position 3 works. Position 2 Wind Ranger is a good Wind Ranger pick, but Wind Ranger at offlane is going to be a tough one because you don't have the tank for this team. And here Timbersaw is
10
going to be the tank. He is going
seconds.
to help out
5 seconds remaining.
initiating the fights, and if Wind Ranger is able to cut down certain trees, then it will be tough for Timber to cast his chain to move from point to tree, so that if he wants to escape, or if he wants to escape, you can prevent that from happening.
Dyer's turn to pick. Slock. 10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
We see a
Here's the
carry
radiant
Slark pick.
ban.
Yeah, Sitting Bull, you there?
I am here.
Yeah.
I'm
So we
talking
see
with you.
we are seeing a carry Slark pick and a mid Zeus.
Mm, and to me, Slark is a very unconventional hero because there doesn't seem to be any tanky heroes
Time
or
is
any
back
counter that
now.
Slark has on the opponent team. I think this is a pick that's being favored by the carry position. Maybe he's very comfortable playing this hero. So let's see how it goes.
What if they go pick up a Bloodseeker, but even a Bloodseeker pick won't be helpful in a late game scenario.
I mean, there are several counters. I don't think they need a
10 seconds.
Bloodseeker as a safe lane. Unless somebody knows
It's
how a
turn to
good Bloodseeker,
pick.
yeah, yeah, it's a very good counter Bloodseeker. But let's see.
QOP ban, we do know how QOP can be more irritating at mid with her first kill harass. She can easily
10
manage to get a kill.
seconds.
But what if we see
5
another
seconds
Pugna mid
remaining.
right now?
Radiant's turn to pick. Anti-mage.
A carry anti-mage for GGP. So right now anti-mage is not counter. This is a good game for anti-mage if he farms.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining. Axe. Choose your hero.
Axe.
Pick. There's no clear mid.
Is
Is
it
it a
going to be a
Timber Saw?
mid axe? Or is it a. I think it's a mid timber and axe is their offlaner.
I think it is Timber Saw as a flex pick.
I think the axe pick was to catch anti-mage, blink, blink call on anti-mage, and by the time team comes up, helps kill mage in that 3 second time. But these guys don't have any stunners to
10
kill
seconds.
mage even after 3 seconds. Within 3 seconds, they
5
have to
seconds
kill
remaining.
anti-mage. If they don't kill anti-mage in those 3 seconds, then it's done. Early game might be
They do
tough.
have. No, I think Axe call into Willow's second, the stun, the timer stun, along with the Slark leash is a potential killable technique, along with an AA ult. Yeah, they do have control, but
Yeah, with
not too many.
not too many stuns, they have control. But what if anti-mage becomes a bit tankier? As the game progresses, we
Yeah,
do know that anti-mage
oh
gets
yeah,
tankier.
yeah, of course. The game idea has to be anti-mage farm till 25 minutes to 30 minutes, and then yeah, then the game is tough for them.
The game is paused because the coach for Babu Bisleri has disconnected. So BB are waiting for their coach to return back.
I was practicing my backstroke.
Region. It's a weird 2 armor from Ring of Protection on Axe. Hmm. Interesting choices. Okay, it's a Slark top lane against an anti-mage.
So they
Let's
were
see how.
like waiting for the coach, some friendly banter. saying that the BB have declared that coach is kind of not an essential part of being a coach, and GGPR comparing themselves with BB's coach, calling themselves as noobs. Well, if I have to say, everyone is a noob. Even the pros, they themselves say that there is something to learn in
30
Dota on
seconds
a
to
daily
battle.
basis. With the new patch, something new has come. So a new meta is formed, or a new itemization is figured out. So you will be wondering, wow, like this item, can it be done? So no one expected Sniper to be played as a support in this meta with a Scepter upgrade. But now we are seeing that Sniper can be played as a support, which is kind of
And we're
cool
clear for running.
in one way. So we're seeing what.
No reach,
So it's going to
no
be
stats at all. Just clarity on
just a clarity on Timbersaw.
has two tanks.
Oh, Zeus only has.
Weird that they're playing anti-mage on a lane against the Slark. Slark is kind of strong early.
That's why they went with this lane formation. Whereas they sent the Axe, who usually goes top lane, to counter
Denied.
against
Radiant's courier just drowned in
Wind
a pool
Ranger
of blood.
and Spirit Breaker. Whereas Slark went top to dominate the lane against Anti-Mage. So it means that Anti-Mage is going to have a bit of a bad lane phase. And bot, it seems that's a good harass from Willow and Axe with the second skill. So that's too deep. Wind Ranger will survive. She has used all her regen. Her tangos are gone, and she survives. So this is going bad for Wind Ranger at bot. She didn't expect this
Axe
lane
defies
matchup.
you.
Probably the Dire didn't expect this lane matchup.
Arceus already has a bottle, which is pretty early with no regen on him. Yeah.
Yeah, Zeus bottle, probably he didn't buy any items to just rush bottle. And um, sitting, if you remember, this does remind us of one of our friends who doesn't buy any regen and goes into the lane when he plays mid. I think great minds think alike. There's a bit of lag for most of the members. Most of the players are having lag, and I think the game is set in the Singapore server.
And we're underway.
Looking at the last hits, it's Timbersaw leading the CS at mid. It's tough for Zeus to harass this Timbersaw, who's just stacking up on the reactive armor. That is and he has a magic stick as well, and he's going for souling. That's a good choice on Timbersaw. So this Timber knows what items
Draw.
he has to make, whereas Zeus is just bottle, and I don't think with that bottle region is going to be any useful. I think the rune Timber will get the first rune, the rated, which is going. and there A barely manages low health, and Jackie Rowe dies to a creep hit, so the gold is split between Slark and A. And at bot, it seems like Windranger is still being harassed. She is buying more regen, and this ward is helping them to keep a check where this Windranger is. And Axe is having a time at bot.
Oil the
Well,
joints.
I think Axe
Sharpen
could
the
go for a lane
blades.
cut at this point. A good power
Just
shot,
start plotting.
really good power
We
shot,
have
which
revenge to
gets Willow.
loot.
Willow should have avoided it. It's bad juking from Willow. It's a good power shot which gets Dark Willow. At uh, mid, as I said, Timber will get that first rune. So no rune for Zeus. Bottle is empty. Fifth minute, A is going for the bounty rune. He has requested, and it seems Slark has died at top, whereas going for one of the bounty rune, he might be going for the next, or he might allow it for Zeus to get for his bottle. That's a fight, but it's not
I
enough.
could do with more of that.
So
Missing middle.
three runes go to the dire side, one for the radiant. I think compared to the start of the game, this is a better trade at this point. Anti-mage finishes his ring of health, gets that region, he can stay in lane easily. So that's a good ring of health. So even with this last hits to get it by 5th minute, it's decent. That's a really bad pounce by Slark. That was a very bad pounce. It won't be enough to get. And with his dark pact, he gets a kill. He gets that permanent agility stack. That's a good thing.
Magic
Whereas
yourself out of
anti-mage killed
that.
ancient apparition meanwhile. So it's a potion fight for a potion fight trade-off at present. And even though the kill count, GGP are leading with 3 kills, the net worth is in favor of BB.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
There is a power shot. Windranger could try a power shot. I think Axe will die if Windranger launches a power shot, but Wind doesn't do it. I don't know why. It's easy for Axe. Axe is hiding. He won't be going to base. He might be calling a courier.
Missing middle.
Axe calls the courier with an healing salve. So Axe is prioritizing a blink dagger at this point. And look at the armor stacks. He has 2 ring of protection,
Mine.
and he's under T1. The T1 does give 1 HP regen, so he's using that all as well for his.
Hey Axe, is Khan a last name or more of a title thing?
Not much happen. There is not much happening at mid, and at top, it's Darkula has gone top.
Gotcha.
They have got him. Got anti-mage. Anti-mage doesn't have. Just has mana for blink. He manages to
Dyer's
escape,
middle tower is under attack.
and a two hits from tower. He will die, or he manages to survive with 48 HP. They have left Axe alone. Axe is getting the EXP. Asset level 6. He has the Culling Blade. So anyone in low health, it's a straight to the head, pierce,
Missing middle.
splitting the head into two.
Dyer's middle tower is drowning.
So Slark is going to reconnect. He has requested them to wait, and GGP have said, yeah, we'll wait. Meanwhile, Timber killed Zeus. The score is back 3-3, and the goal lead for the Babu Bisleri is 2k now, and Timber is leading the CS with 50 last hits and 10 denies. Slark has 11 denies and 39 last hits. So basically, the course in Babu Bisleri had taken a lot of CS, lot of last hits. They were able to last it. The supports are kept. The supports were aggressive and kept harassing the other course out of the lane and out of last hits.
Weigh anchor. This game is on.
The game is resumed. Slark has reconnected. It seems he's having a decent ping now. He's able to play. So let's look at Axe for a while. So Axe is queuing a Blink Dagger. He's saying for Blink Dagger. That's a good shackle shot, but the power shot wasn't enough to do any damage. Wind Ranger could harass, but she's so focused on last hits and she's missing those last hits. And Axe was dodging that power shot, but he walks into that.
I'll return the favor.
I mean, I don't understand why they're not ganking. This is like pretty lame.
I think they can gank mid and take out Zeus and push that T1. We do know that how important that mid T1 is. It helps you give the vision of anyone moving around. It prevents the Radiant moving around or going into Roshan easily.
Bounty.
Regeneration!
God, I love money.
Radiant think fortification can save them.
Any port in a storm.
Soldiers dead.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
By a Tome of Knowledge, the mid lane could have had it for the first 10 minutes. That would have been ideal. I don't understand why she needs after getting level 6 or a support who needs level 6 like Spirit, someone else. Would have been ideal.
That's
Dire's
a
middle
poor
tower
axe
is
call.
under
I think he
pressure.
was clicking blink by the
Dire
time Zeus has
structures are
cast his ult.
fortified.
Zeus does get kill on Ancient Apparition, whereas
Dire's middle
Wind Ranger
tower
got a kill
is
on Dark
drowning.
Willow. So two supports down on the Radiant side, but the two cores are at top. Wind Ranger is at bot free. She's getting farmed. Timber has hit level 11. He's creep cutting. He's cutting the creeps. He's stacking the tower.
Dire's middle
It is
tower
easier
is
for
under
Timber to
attack.
tank this T1, and that reactive armor is just stacking in.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Illusion?
So if you are seeing CS, I think still anti-mage is way below the other course. So swap lane, Slark has gone bot. He is going for a diffusal blade. So he wants to be like a counter against this anti-mage. Level 9 on Snark. After that tomb, I think the tomb was bought by Willow, and she has given the tomb to Slark. And I think there is going to be a gank. Wind Ranger has come. Slark pounces. He catches. Wind Ranger wind run. That's not enough.
Dire's
Slark
top tower is under
uses
attack.
ulti. He manages to escape. But I think this is going to be Slark's
No
death.
cell can hold me. How could
Wind
you?
Ranger is dead. That's that was a big A ult, but Spirit Breaker was nowhere close to get caught
Dire's
into that
top tower is
blast.
about to take the plunge.
So Zeus is rushing for Scepter as his first item. So I think a Scepter would be good, right? With this Nimbus, he can help team fights.
Dire's top tower needs some friends.
Same as you, Tide Hunter.
The frost takes you.
Hey, PS3 Adani. Hello,
Seeking
hello, Sitting Bull, are you there?
just like your ships.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, Sitting Bull, able to hear you. So what do you think about this Zeus rushing for a
Yeah,
scepter?
that seems like I don't
Dire's
know
top
because
tower is under
there's so many
attack.
variables. Because I think going ads first, considering that he did not get good farm and he needs a stun for his team, that seems
Like
okay.
a good
But
bottle.
Hold.
Aether Lens would have been ideal if he had farmed earlier. But I wouldn't complain. This is not a bad build, considering the consequences of not farming. I mean, 49 last hits at 15-minute mark is pretty low. So, okay.
Uh, Bara is going. That's a very late Urn of Shadows on a Spirit Breaker, don't you think? I think he went with Power Tricks first, and then he's going for Urn of Shadows. I think at
Yeah.
20th minute it's a wrong choice. Probably should have had the charges.
Uh, yeah. Did you notice that the Willow is going for her Urn of Shadows and it's still on the courier? So, this is the curse of this bracket. Even the opponent Willow also is going for Urn of Shadows, which is currently on our courier.
And she's
So,
going for
yeah.
a Spirit Vessel as a first side. I don't think a Spirit Vessel is going to be helpful here. I don't think they need a Spirit Vessel. Who are they going to counter with the health region? I do understand Spirit
Uh,
Breaker, Urn of Shadows is a core item, and that's a very bad, very late terrorize. Axe had to give up his life, but they had to commit like about Jakiro's Macropyre.
Radiant's
Wind
top
Ranger had to
tower is under
commit
assault.
her this one Focus Fire.
so,
I think this is over for Willow. Spirit Breaker is dead, but Timber is survived. He is able to tank these many hits. He has finished up a hood for the surviving the magic damage. He's having some good magic resistance. and I think he's going for a Bloodstone or Soul Booster, and after that he might make a Kaya and finish up his Bloodstone. Another pause.
I
Axe
don't know
has
why did he stop
disconnected.
at who.
Axe is disconnected. So looking at Axe, second item Boots of Travel. So Axe is looking for movement speed, which he is missing. But look at the items. He has two Ring of Protections, adding plus 4 armor.
Uh, that doesn't make sense because he did not pick up the 20 movement talent, but he went for a boot of travel. I think he wants to be present in fights. That's the idea, but I don't think he wants movement speed. If he wanted movement speed, he should have gone for the talent, 20 movement speed, but he didn't. He buys a smoke. The weird thing is that he could have finished a pipe. The timber saw could have finished a pipe, and that would have been mitigating a lot of damage from Zeus and Jakiro. But being selfish, he just went for a hood and into a bigger
Probably
item.
some mid. That was very poor blink. He shouldn't have blinked for Jakiro. I think Axe should have, and that's a really bad culling blade as well.
Could have just walked and called him. He
He
didn't
could
have
have
to blink.
walked to call him, or the blink he could have used to call this Wind Ranger up. Wind Ranger has a more better kill than Jakiro, and here the blink he was caster, but he blinked into his death. Probably this axe should go for a blade mail rather than focus, trying to get a Crimson Guard at this point. Blade mail afterwards he can go for a Crimson Guard. That would be helpful because with the blade mail, Wind Ranger he calls Wind Ranger or he misses a call. Still, Wind Ranger gives that cast a focus fire on axe. He could use blade mail and either walk towards Wind Ranger or walk away from her because by walking towards her also when she moves
Welcome
back
back,
she'll be
landlord. Got any salt
casting
in your
that focus
lungs?
fire and she'll be taking a lot of damage.
Classic style started jungling, and he's gonna eventually over
To me.
opponent's farm. That's
That
Radiant
was
structures are
close ice
fortified.
path, that was decent. And
he's
Ace
got his
walking into
battle
the macro
fury.
pair. 19th minute battle fury, but okay, that's a good call. And Wind Ranger is down. I think Spirit Breaker is also going to go down. And how does Jakiro fare? Let's see. That's a good ice path. Jakiro is done. Zeus just showed himself. Hey, I'm over here. Please
Radiant's
come kill
top
me.
tower.
And they dive Tower 1, Slark and Timber, and Slark gets another steal. So three three kills for Timber, triple kill. That was the maxed out stack
Dire's
on
bottom tower
Timbersaw.
won't last
He is
long.
too tanky. He can't be killed that easily, and I think by taking this
What's this?
tier 1,
Dire
he might be
fortifying
able
their
to have the goal to
structures?
complete his.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He'll be closing in
Radiant's
on
top
his
tower
soul
is under
booster,
attack.
which will go for become a bloodstone.
Dire's bottom tower
The anti-mage
is about
also
to
accelerate
fall.
his he has a lot of inefficiencies in the blinks.
The
He's the
Timber
only hope as of now.
if I was playing Axe, I would be the blink timing on the blink was good. I wouldn't have gone for boots of travel. I would have gone for either phase boots
A
or
blade
a
mail would have
tranquil,
been a better.
and I would have gone for a blade mail as of now. These two, I would have bought one ring of protection, which would have become a buckler. Later, I would have thought, okay, there are two physical hitters, might go for an assault Kiras, or that buckler could have been converted to some other item as well. Have seen. I think if we look in the shop, the in the items, I think the mechanism does
Radiant's bottom
require
tower
a
is under
buckler to
attack.
be completed. Uh,
Radiant fortified their structures. Attack
Radiant's
the
bottom
hero
tower
Okay, he
is
has a blood
suffering.
already.
like a drunk sailor.
Ice path too early. Uh, Axe blinks. No one to be caught. There are 5 TPs to bot. So these
Lot of inefficiencies. The whole team is has come bot with no objective in their head, and that's pretty bad. At the same time, Anti-Mage is farming really well.
they said
You can already see the last hits: 168 on Anti-Mage and 143 on Slark. Though Anti-Mage had a very bad lane comparatively. A 5-man TP was not required for this.
that was a really bad foul.
Definitely, Slark
Slark
should
has
have not been.
committed his shadow
Bottom
dance,
tower.
which is not good at this point.
It was not ideal. It was too early.
Last long.
Yellow seems to be
Radiant's
ulting
bottom tower
air.
can't handle this deluge. Radiant's middle
There's
tower
no
has
one.
fallen.
These four
Dire's
have
bottom
given up the
tower.
tier
And
one.
it
Dire's
was,
bottom tower has
yeah,
fallen.
it was just a trade, and it was a very bad engagement. 5-man coming bot, wasting their time, along with just trading it for another T1. That's pretty bad.
Whereas
Radiant's middle
anti-mage
tower
is
can't
getting the
handle this
farm of his
deluge.
life as of now. No one is focused on this mage. They are so focused on the other four heroes. The other four heroes are mocking them out. So Slark gets a basher no matter what he does. If this anti-mage is allowed to farm, and if he finishes Manta, probably the rate at which he's going, he might finish Manta at the 24th minute, or by the 23rd minute he will be having Manta in his hands. And Zeus has finished Scepter. That's a bit of a delay.
Radiant's bottom
I
tower
was looking
faces
at
a
a
stiff wind.
18th minute or a 19th minute. It's okay, 4 minutes delay, but he gets the Scepter, and they
Radiant's
get
bottom
the
tower
bot
has
T1.
fallen.
And Axe and Willow are rotating together. And I don't know why they are all sticking with Slark. They could leave Slark alone for a farm. He does have an escape. This Timber is too tanky. If now Timber makes a pipe and then he goes for blade mail, he's going to be even more tankier. And Anti-Mage is playing really well. He knew this team might come top, so he has come bot. So all the five are at top. They have TP to TP bot. No one is buying a smoke. They could have used smoke to come bot. Everyone are coming bot. Anti-Mage is just moving back. He's saying I'm back. Windranger just bait them in. Windranger is luring them. So Slark knows he can't chase her with the Windrun on.
Anti-Mage with very good TP. He just forced the enemy team to TP all bot, and then he just TP top to
Farm.
continuous free farm.
So GGP are playing well.
But they always float
So
to the
Timber saw
top
is disconnected. So
eventually.
everyone is having some
Just wait
problem
a
or the other
minute.
with the internet in the lobby game.
Oh my god, none of the enemy team, Radiant team, have a TP on them. They've just committed all their 5 TPs, and it's a free farm. For the next 3 minutes, they're not going to touch this anti-mage. With no gang coming on him, it's going to get more and more difficult. And he's already well ahead in his net worth, 1k ahead in the top net worth from Radiant. He's going to accelerate his farm further of these stupid TPs that's happening from the Radiant.
So, well, with Axe Boots of Travel, he has reduced the timer on his TP. But I don't think this Axe would be able to survive against this Anti-Mage. I think Anti-Mage can beat this Axe. There is no Blade Mail on Axe. Only the counter Helix he has to depend on. I think Anti-Mage can
And
deal the damage and
Anti-Mage
go.
has his mount courier.
I had time to find a
The
snack.
others cannot TP for another minute. I think Anti-Mage could push the lane. He can go into the lane and push, but I don't know why is he backing out.
Yeah, this is a mistake from Anti-Mage. He just he just TP top, and he knows all fire bot, and he should be pressuring the top lane. Uh,
Probably he could have got a T2 as well, or chipped a lot of health on this T2. T2.
he could have chipped it a lot. I don't know.
So
He's still considering should he go top or not. I mean that's this hesitant is mice in Dota.
Slark is
and
standing
it's
here.
very
He's
common.
wasting a lot of farm. He's just standing and waiting. So probably the Slark. I don't know what is the plan for Slark. That's a
They're
good
trying to
call,
bring
but
down Radiant's
that's a
top
really
tower.
bad pounce. How can you miss a pounce when Axe had called a hero and he's trying to get on that Wind Ranger?
Ownage. Killing
There is no ult
spree.
on Slark. Probably Zeus might get a kill on the Slark. No, Zeus gets a
Radiant's
double
top
kill
tower has
and
fallen.
he just misses.
Dyer's bottom
So
tower
Timur is
is
trying to
about
get
to
on the Zeus. Zeus is
flounder.
walking into his Nimbus to stay safe.
Dire
Anti-mage. At the
Anti
same
structures
mage
time,
are
Anti-mage has pushed top,
fortified.
top.
Dire
and he's
Probably this is
structures
threatening
going to
high
be for
ground.
a
are under attack.
tier 3.
Radiant
Slark is
structures are
TPing up.
fortified.
Timbersaw is TPing up. He's moving back. He protects that tier 2
So,
bot.
so Sudarshan, so if you consider, if he had done the TP a bit earlier, if he had gone before,
I
ooh,
think this
ooh,
Slark is
ooh,
going to die. Anti-mage will come in ult. And that's it.
They who
that's
live by
so
the
stupid.
wand shall die by my
This
blade.
just boosts Anti-mage's farm. He picks up the mangoes. He regens his mana.
So, so Sudarshan, if you had this, if he had not hesitated and if he had done that push, I don't think there would have been a gank happening there, and he could have taken the second tier and threatened it earlier and made two TPs here. So that's how an anti-mage player has to think about how he can relieve pressure on other lanes.
Yeah,
If he had not
if he
been
had
very
gone for
hesitant.
that tier 2 push, probably he could have saved his team, his supports from dying. Probably the Wind Ranger and Jakiro could have been prevented from dying, or if still the Radiant wanted to take that fight at bot, team Babu Bisleri wanted to take that fight at bot and wanted that tier 2 at bot. Anti-Mage could have taken out tier 3 and probably chipped in some of the health on either of the racks. He could have done that. Or
I
if
became a
Timber had to
fire.
force his TP, they wouldn't have committed much. Or if they had committed much without Timber, this
Illusion.
team is not doing much in a team fight. The A is missing his ults. He's not able to cast his Ice Blast properly. The Slark is missing pounces where Axe has called two heroes. I don't know how you can miss your pounces like that.
Yeah. And I still don't see a blade mail on the axe, and there's no pipe on the timber saw. They clearly don't consider anything about their teams. They're just pretty selfish players, I guess. This guy misses the pipe, and that guy doesn't have a blade mail.
Yeah, now Axe realizes he has queued up his Blade Mill, but still he'll try to finish up the Crimson Guard first. The Instead of the Vanguard, if he had finished the Blade Mill earlier, this Vanguard could have been made even much faster with that after making a Blade Mill.
Double damage.
A is waiting for a 4 staff. Willow is still on that Spirit Vessel. Spirit Breaker has completed the Spirit Vessel. Surprise! Spirit Breaker, who finished Earn after this Willow, has completed the Spirit Vessel before this Dark Willow but has no charge in it, and he is going for a Blade Mail now. And looking at Wind Ranger, she has finished a Maelstrom and she's going for a BKB to survive. And probably after BKB, this Wind Ranger might go for a MKB or an Orchid.
Okay, now we see a Aether Lens completed on Zeus. That range could save us.
The range is
Anti-mage.
helpful, and he's going for a refresh. I don't think a blink is required for this use. What is he going to use the blink for? I don't think he's going to initiate in any angle.
I would say a four staff against the axe and Slark lineup would be very useful on any of.
Yeah, if Slark Pounce catches you, you can use you could face the other direction and use four staff. You can increase your distance, so Slark has to come behind you to steal the agility.
Oh, so it also breaks the pounce. So if you get pounce and if you use a four staff, it breaks. That's the only item that can break a pound.
Jakiro has finished 4 staffs, and now he's going for yalls. That is good thinking from Jakiro to prioritize 4 staff first and then go for the yalls. Usually, any other games I have seen, Jakiro would have been going for yalls first and then the 4 staff
Yeah.
or Glimmer Cape. But finishing the 4 staff was good. He could use it on himself, or he could use the 4 staff to help any other team who's caught in it. Smoke gang just
Okay,
come,
Axe into call, into Wind Ranger, into an A alt.
that all connects,
Yeah.
and
And she's
that dead. And Axe has
Wind
finished
Ranger
blade mail,
decimates.
so he didn't finish his crimson. He made finish his blade mail, and then he's going for a crimson. I think this Axe
Okay, somehow he heard us.
he somehow he heard us. Probably he would have checked up our stream, even though there is a 5 minute delay in our stream. He would have heard us, and then okay, let's make a blade mail. There is a lot of damage from Zeus. Yes, nuke. I think
I think, yeah.
he's still the Nimbus as Axe manages to survive.
A better team fight just because of that blade mail into a Axe call. That seems very nice.
Dire structures are
So
fortified.
3 heroes down on
Dire's bottom
GGP,
tower is about
whereas
to
one
fall.
hero on the on BB. Slark has now focused on his farm. He's completed finished his abyssal, but Slark only has 2 items, that is diffusal and abyssal, whereas Mage has completed his abyssal now. Mage is leading with the 345 last hits, and net worth we are seeing Mage is leading by 18,000, and the net worth has started to shift towards the diet. They are leading by 1k net worth at present. And Mage has queued up Butterfly. Butterfly is good, but I think Mage. I don't think Mage is going to go for a heart at this point. He could go for Skadi, but the with the Abyssal there, with the health region from the Abyssal, I think making a Butterfly
No,
is a good choice.
I would recommend a butterfly on anti-mage
And
because they
what is
don't
this
directly
Slark
threaten.
doing? Abyssal jumps, and he's ready to get killed. Timber is dead. Axe is gone. All the cores are gone. They just uh, didn't strategize on how to take this fight. And I think the supports will also go down. Dark Willow's dead.
Dire's
Dark
top
Willow's gonna
tower
go
is
down.
about to take the plunge.
And you can. This mage can chase on this A if need be. Mage is going to go for. Mage has
Dire's
taken
top
that blink
tower
uncontrollable
is under
illusion,
attack.
12 agility, and this
Radiant's
uncontrollable
middle
illusion
tower
talent.
can't handle
So
this
usually,
deluge.
I have seen some mage players, even if
Dire's
their lane
top
doesn't go
tower
well,
is
they go with
about
that
to
cast
take the
range and that
plunge.
cooldown. But
Radiant's middle
this
tower
mage
just
is
keeled
going
over.
full damage, and
Dire's
mage
top
health is full.
tower is under attack.
Radiant's
All the
middle
cores are
tower
down,
is
so
under
this is
attack.
gonna cost a tier 3 tower, and
Radiant's middle
probably
tower
the
can't
mid racks
handle
as
this
well.
deluge.
Axe has spawned, but how are they going to take this
Radiant's
fight?
middle tower
On,
has fallen.
Timber is not up yet for next 15
Radiant's
seconds.
middle barracks are under attack.
I think they're gonna lose the other T tower on the top.
Probably another tower they are going to
Radiant's
lose,
middle barracks are
and
taking
this
over.
sets up well for the Dad to
Radiant's
go to
top
the
tower
Roshan pit.
just got sent to the bottom.
I think this is a good chance for
Really
GGP
tight,
to
Hunter.
take the Aegis. Right now, good to probably Wind Ranger or Mage can use it himself.
And Mage seems to be a seasoned player on this hero because he shifts every time. Just-
Okay, Axe gets kill on Jakiro with his Culling Blade. Mage, oh my god, he cast his ult on Blade Mill. And Timber, that was I don't know what was Timber thinking. He used his chain to travel through the Nimbus on that really low health. And Nimbus hit gets that kill on Timbersaw. And that's a good charge, that's a good vision. Is down. A charge suddenly changes to Axe, and I think this is going to be a team wipe for Babu's Lady. A 10k net worth lead,
Getting what
goal
they
lead for
deserve.
GGP, and They are waiting for the creeps to come.
Radiant's
Probably
middle
this is going to
barracks
be
are under
Rax.
attack.
They are BB are not going to commit any buybacks on this, I suppose, or they are waiting for Willow to spawn and then they will be
Radiant's
committing.
I don't think they
axe
have any
team under attack.
buybacks.
They have
Actually, they
buybacks
don't really
on.
have any
They have buybacks on Axe and
on
Ancient
at
apparently,
Axe.
but
I
they
mean
are not
those
committing them.
buybacks are
Radiant's
not used.
middle barracks have fallen.
Radiant's middle barracks getting what they deserve.
Just now we were talking that how good this anti-mage is.
Radiant's
He's a
middle
seasoned
barracks have
player.
fallen.
He commits his ult to get himself killed on that Timber Soul's Blade Mill. He didn't time it properly, I suppose. I
Radiant's
think he
top
was
barracks
counting
are under
the
attack.
timer like 5,
I
4.
think Wind Ranger could just ult this tower and just pick back off instead of just chipping it. Just stupid of. Okay, maybe she saved it for this.
And that's a good BKB and that's a good wind run. The Slark has no escape.
Oh, we're just getting started.
And Wind Ranger wind run.
He has his whole
escape.
team. He doesn't need escape.
Timber chasing this Wind Ranger. He will he be able to catch her? Wind run. It's not enough. A bounty
Every
rune
coin
for Wind
helps.
Ranger. One rune at bot. I think both the runes went to the dire side. And with that, the dire lead now with 11k. And Andy Mage is now saving for buyback. And then he's going for his butterfly. Axe is also saving for buyback and he's still going for that crimson. Crimson is a good item as at present. He could go for the crimson now after the blade mill, but I would have preferred that blade mill to be have been earlier than this vanguard. And at
Radiant's
level
Yeah.
bottom
20,
tower is
I
under
would prefer
attack.
Axe take that 20 health region. But looking at this Axe, he might go for attack procs counter helix. Timber is going for a Lotus Orb. No, I still don't see this Timber making a pipe of insight. They are not understanding that Zeus is dealing a lot of damage with his Nimbus and ult. And Zeus has not taken the cooldown reduction, surprisingly. He is finishing up with this Refresher Orb. And once Zeus finishes Refresher, this AA has no chance of surviving. uh, about 900 magical damage and the magic resistance on AA is 25%, so AA is going to block only about 125 damage or so, plus 125 plus damage. Timber is dead.
My soul's in
AA
deficit.
ult connects but does nothing. AA is jumping in. That's a good spell shield.
Consider thyself purified.
So that's buyback from Timber. Timber had to commit a buyback. Scepter Timber. I don't think Scepter was a viable option. I think a pipe of insight would be even finishing a pipe right now is also great because once Zeus completes Refresher, that's a lot of magical damage he's going to deal with. And he'll be throwing two Nimbus together at the same point at one point. Multiple stuns as well.
Radiant's bottom tower
Blink
is
and
under
flicker
attack.
on this Zeus. He is just dancing around with those blinks.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
So
has
what has
rung its
Slark
last
planned?
bell.
He's got a ninja gear. He's going for a BKB. That's going to be the third item. Slark is way down in the net worth. That's not how a safe lane should be. Spirit Breaker charges in. He sees someone. He charges in. The Slark commits
Radiant's
Abyssal
bottom tower faces
Blink,
a stiff
but it's
wind.
no use. Spirit Breaker health regions quickly. And 5 inches Wind Ranger
Radiant's
dives
bottom
in,
tower
but it's
is
no
under
use.
attack.
BKB into tower damage. They are chipping it on the towers. Slark pounces in. He commits his ult. He gets caught in the ice path, and after that, there is no escape for Slark. This Slark is going to be charged, Axe blinks in to call, but the Spirit Breaker charge helps him. They set it up. It's over. It's over. Timber is going to die. That's a dieback on
Tower
Timber.
faces
Timber
a
is dead
stiff
for
wind.
115 seconds. They can't do anything about this.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Willow did buyback. Slark went
Radiant's
to base
bottom
to
tower
regen,
is under attack.
and he can't take this fight in any angle. Anti-mage, 7k gold on him, 25k net worth. He has 7k gold on him. Probably he could finish his butterfly right now. His courier is coming to Wind Ranger's courier is coming with, yeah,
Radiant's bottom tower
Wind Ranger has
faces a
finished up
stiff
her
wind.
MKB, and she is saving for her buyback as well. So looking at the buyback status, Axe is having a buyback, Spirit Breaker is having buyback, and Anti Mage is having buyback. It's
Radiant's
over for
bottom
A, it's
tower
over
is
for
under
Willow.
siege.
Willow it's dead
Here's
for 95 seconds.
Radiant
Only
better
Slark is
raise a
remaining.
defense for their bottom barracks.
Babu Bisleri cannot do anything.
Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen.
I think they could call GG. Slark commits his ult too quickly, and it's over for Slark. Slark is dead for 90 seconds. It's over. They can end this game in the next 40 seconds by
My
the time
thanks
Timber
to thee.
respawns. And I think even if
Thank you.
Timber respawns, it's not going to be of any use. About 8k gold on
Radiant's middle
Anti-Mage.
tower
Anti-Mage
is
has
under attack.
decided that Butterfly and all is not required. This team is just dying so quickly and easily. And GG has been called
Radiant's
by
middle
Timber.
tower can't
It's
Radiant's
over.
middle tower
So
just keeled
GGWP,
over. Radiant's
GGP.
middle tower
You
has
guys deserve
fallen.
to win. The way you have played, it shows
Dire
how you wanted to
victory!
take the fights, how you wanted to take the game. You and I think BB have to see the replay of this game and decide where they went wrong. Probably they went wrong by committing too many TPs to a single tower, leaving two lanes completely free for the mid as well as anti-mage to farm from both the lanes, get the XP, get the last hits, and get farmed. So basically, they didn't implement any idea properly. They didn't plan accordingly. They didn't implement that plans. They just wanted to see how anti-mage farms and beats the hell out of them late game. So bye guys. We'll meet again. That's it from me.